I'm going to talk to you about the differences between, or trying to decide between living in a condo or living in an HDB or a landed property. Now, when I arrived here and I was picked up from the airport, one of the teachers, the head teacher, she was saying to me, oh, so, you know, what do you want to live in? Do you want to live in an HDB or a condo? Or do you want a master room? Or what is it that you want? All of this was absolutely foreign to me. Foreign. Because I'm not from here. So it's like gobbledygook. But if you're thinking about coming over here, it's something to research before you come over, or something you'll quickly find out about. So a condo. A condo usually has, what I've just shown you, a pool. So it has all of this. Not all of them have deck chairs and umbrellas and really nice pools and gyms. But the majority of condos will have at least one pool, but they won't have this set out. This is one of the more exclusive condos staying, or one of the more expensive ones in Singapore to stay in, so I've got all of that, which is nice to have because it's sunny all the time. One benefit of living in a condo is you've got added security, so the security guards here. Granted, there's not really that much crime going on in Singapore, but it's still nice to have security that's here. Another big bonus, especially if you've got children, is the fact that you'll get to meet other families. There's a playground around the corner, so the children can play there. There's a children's pool. We've got tennis courts, so if you're really into your sports, it's something that you can do for free or within the cost. And if you're really a gym goer, you can use them, make the most of it and use the gym. I don't use any of it. I barely even use the pool. There's a sauna. Don't ask me why. It's hot enough outside. Why do you need a sauna? Don't know. If you was to live, another bonus is that the higher you live up in the condo, you get more of the wind as well, and you can have some really nice views. Living in a landed property is just a house, really. I would say the first negative I'm going to say is cockroaches. Now, in landed properties, you're going to see cockroaches. You are going to see them, unless you get somebody, pest controllers, to come frequently, because you're lower down on the ground. It's just a fact here. In condos, especially if you're higher up, you shouldn't be seeing cockroaches, especially the higher you get up, the higher up you go. You should not be seeing it. If you're seeing them, then there's a problem in your house. But it's not common. Another thing about landed property is the snakes here. Snakes do go into houses. There's other sorts of creepy crawlies and insects. A lot of them don't have pools as well, or if you are going to have a pool, you're going to pay through the nose for one. That's one thing. And some of the landed properties, not all of them, but some of them are pretty small. So, and a positive, what's a positive? You get your own space. So in like a condo, you're sharing with people, not necessarily your unit, but you can sometimes hear your neighbours upstairs, hear your neighbours next door. If they're doing renovation works, like they are in our condo at the moment, you hear drilling, you hear removal men during the day coming in and out. If there's a fire as well and you're high up, I don't know, our fire alarms went off the other day. It was a false alarm, but they went off and I was taking the stairs and I'm on the 14th floor, and I was just like, well, if this was a real fire, this would take me forever to get out of, and the bell wasn't that loud either. I kind of thought, what is that? And then it kept ringing, and I thought, oh, maybe I should go out and check. So safety wise, it's probably better living in a landed property for that aspect. Then you have the HDBs, which are middle of the road. So HDBs are like council houses or government housing, and they're a lot cheaper to live in. You're not going to have a pool or gym, but lots of people don't need that. You've got the beach, which is in Singapore, So you've got a beach either side, West Singapore and East Singapore, that you can go to. So, and the swimming pools you can go to, so maybe you don't need those things. Again, the government owns, and some of them are quite nice from what I've seen, and it's normal living, but they're not swanky, they're not modern. Some of them are small and cramped and don't have air conditioning than the ones that I went to view. So those are some of the differences between them. Also here, they'll want to sign you up on long contracts. They're really into their year, at least a year's contract, 2, or I've even heard of 3 years. So a lot of my colleagues have signed up on leases for 2 years. When I was looking, my first place, I wanted it to be 6 months. So they allowed me here to sign up for 6 months, and they said you can give it a try, see how you're settling in, and then afterwards sign up for a year. And I'm more than happy to sign up for a year. But when you first move over somewhere, you don't know if you're going to enjoy it or if it's going to be a good fit. You hope for the best, but the fact is you just don't know. So signing up for 2 years is massive. Also, they'll ask for deposits worth of 2 years as well. So you're paying out a huge chunk of money. So if your property, that your unit, for example, that you're renting is $4,000, that's £2,000 a month, then you might just have to pay your first month and then 2 other months for your deposit. So that's 4, 8, 12. That's $12,000 that you're paying out. That is a lot of money to tie up in a property. You can find agents that will do it fee-free and won't take a fee as well. I'd say that's probably your best option, especially when you're coming out, getting started up is very expensive. It's very, very expensive. So those are the fundamental differences. Any more questions, do just pop me a message, ask me. I'm more than willing to help.